Hi everyone, in this tutorial we're going to use Photoshop to take a look at something called filters. Filters are a really interesting feature in Photoshop. They're good for certain photos and maybe not for others. So we're going to take a look at where you can use filters and then you are going to try this. So I brought in a picture here. It's a picture taken on Lake Superior, just on the edge of Sault Ste. Marie. The sun was just going down, so we get some really nice lighting in behind me that lit up our sailboat here and our lighthouse. So first thing, as always, we're going to go in here and we're going to duplicate this layer just so we have our original to work with. We're going to select the background copy and we're going to work on that. Now typically what we do is we always have our layers tab selected, but we're going to go into effects and we're going to click on that. And what you can do is you've got some different tabs here and some different things that you can do and a number of drop down menus. I'm going to take a look at filters and what filters can do. If we zoom in to our lighthouse and our sailboat here, they were quite a ways away when I took this picture, so I'm going to zoom in here to try to see some of the definition here. And this way you can kind of see the effects of the filter. So we're going to select effects, then we're going to go to filters, and we're going to select artistic. There are other ones here. You can click on any one of these and try these. There's ones like texture that can provide a neat kind of texture to the image and almost make it look like it's three-dimensional. So some of these have a real drastic effect and some of these are a real subtle effect. If we just try this one here, I'm just going to click on this one and drag it on top of our layer here, and you can see the effect that it has. So it gives us that type of effect. And like I said, for some photos it might really make a nice image. For other ones it maybe doesn't give us a really nice effect at all. So you always have to try different ones and try it on different images just to see what it looks like and see if you like it. This one here, I'm just going to undo this here and go back, and instead of using texture for this one, I'm going to go to artistic. There's a number of different ones you can try here. For instance, there is rough pastels. Rough pastels always gives us a nice effect for an image like this here, especially if I wanted to print this and maybe put this in a frame and put it on a wall. I'm going to click and drag rough pastels. Let's take a look at that one. Takes a few seconds to apply the filter, and there you can see that's a lot more subtle. You can hardly see the difference, but if we zoom in here on our sailboat, you can see that it applies just a nice fine texture here with this filter and gives us an almost painted look to this here. I'm going to undo, and you can see the change was very subtle. If I take a look at another one here, smudge stick, I'm going to select that one and try that. And you can see that effect is a little more drastic. You can see that we lose definition, but we get this interesting kind of effect. Almost brings out a little bit more contrast with this one here. So it looks like that. And like I said, it can really enhance a photo and make it really interesting. But for some photos, it may not really be applicable. Typically, we wouldn't do this to a portrait photo. Like I said, a photo like this here, applying a filter can give us a really neat image. So for this one here, I want you to try this one. Apply one of the filters here that you think creates a really nice effect, and you can then crop it so we can see that effect and save it as a JPEG and post on your website. That's it for this tutorial. We'll talk to you soon.